Lilith is a demonic entity whose origins can be traced back to early Judaic mythology. In the book of Adam and Eve, she was said to be the first wife of Adam, said to be a hot, fiery female entity who first cohabited with mankind from the early years of history. Lilith was also mentioned in the Hebrew book of Isaiah, and later she was also referenced a lot in Mandaean and also Jewish mythology and religious scripture throughout the centuries. The word Lilith, or Lilith, only appears once in the Hebrew Bible, in a prophecy regarding the fate of Edom. It reads, "Her nobles shall be no more, nor shall kings be proclaimed there. All her princes are gone, her castles shall be overgrown with thorns, her fortress with thistles and briars. She shall become an abode for jackals and a haunt for ostriches. Wildcats shall meet with the desert beasts, satyrs shall call to one another. There shall the Lilith repose, and find for herself a place to rest. There the hoot owl shall nest and lay eggs, hatch them out, and gather them in her shadow. There shall the kites assemble, none shall be missing its mate." Look in the book of the Lord and read, "None of these shall be lacking, for the mouth of the Lord has ordered it, and his spirit shall gather them there. It is he who casts the lot for them, and with his hands he marks off their shares of her. They shall possess her forever, and dwell there from generation to generation." In English literature, pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood, which developed around 1848, wrote a sonnet entitled Lilith, which was first published in 1868. The poem read, "Of Adam's first wife, Lilith, it is told, the witch he loved before the gift of Eve, that ere the snakes her sweet tongue could deceive, and her enchanted hair was the first gold, and still she sits, young, while the earth is old, and subtly of herself contemplative, draws men to watch the bright web she can weave, till heart and body and life are in its hold. The rose and poppy are her flower, for where is he not found, O Lilith, whom she'd sent, and soft shed kisses, and soft sleep shall snare. Lo, is that youth's eyes burned at thine? So went thy spell through him, and left his straight neck bent, and round his heart one strangling golden hair." Dante Gabriel Rossetti of the Brotherhood began painting what would later be his first rendition of Lady Lilith, a painting he expected to be his best work. The poem and the picture appeared together alongside Rossetti's painting Sibylla Palmifera and the sonnet Soul's Beauty. In 1881, the Lilith sonnet was renamed Body's Beauty in order to contrast it and Soul's Beauty. The two were placed sequentially in the House of Life collection. Lady Lilith represents a modern Lilith combing out her abundant golden hair and gazing on herself in the glass with that self-absorption by whose strange fascination such natures draw others within their own circle. This in accordance with Jewish folk tradition, which associates Lilith both with long hair, which is a symbol of dangerous feminine seductive power in Jewish culture, and with possessing women by entering them through mirrors. The Victorian poet Robert Browning re-envisioned Lilith in his poem Adam, Lilith and Eve. First published in 1883, the poem uses the traditional myths surrounding the triad of Adam, Eve and Lilith. This helped to paint the image of Lilith that we see in common folklore and culture even until this day. The depiction of Lilith in Romanticism continues to be popular among Wiccans and in other modern occultism. A few magical orders dedicated to the undercurrent of Lilith, featuring initiations specifically related to the arcana of the First Mother. Two organisations that use initiations and magic associated with Lilith are the Ordo Antichristianus Illuminati and the Order of Phosphorus. Lilith appears as a succubus in Aleister Crowley's De Arte Magica. Lilith was also one of the middle names of Crowley's first child. Many modern Satanists consider Lilith as a goddess. She is considered a goddess of independence by those Satanists and is often worshipped by women. But women are not the only people who worship her. Lilith is popular among Satanists because of her association with Satan himself. Some Satanists believe that she is the wife of Satan, and thus think of her as a mother figure. Others base a reverence towards her based on her history as a succubus. There is still, till this day, plenty of dispute on the origins of Lilith and what she actually is. Many modern Satanists consider Lilith as a goddess. Whatever her origins, I think we can all agree on one thing. None of us would ever like to meet her and find out.